Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to the stream. Today, we are at Sebring, not on the Mon Ultimate, but of course on Assetto Corsa, for the fourth round of our Supercars American Tour. These cars, quite a handful around Sebring, so they are. Should be quite interesting. Let's switch on over. Welcome. I must say, it is very cold in my room, so it is. Yeah, my hands are actually quite cold. It's been a very not that cold of a day, but it's just been very windy, and windy days make my room very cold, considering I'm top of the house. For the house I live in. So yeah, I mean, you can even see breath. Was it condensation? Yeah, that's how cool it is. But yeah, hopefully a little bit racing. Obviously have the wheelbase. Hopefully warm us up a little bit. Should do us well. Need to see fuel. We're using about 4.5. So should need about 14 liters. Also gonna put the tire pressures up by 1. And decrease brake bias by 1%. Very easy to lock the fronts on this track. I'll stick with that gear ratio. It'll be interesting to see if the temperatures change at all. We've had fairly cold temperatures for the practice session. 12 degrees ambient, 21 degrees track temp. We were seeing over 30 degrees ambient in the practice server, 40 degrees track temp. So it is comparatively freezing. But yeah, of course that can shift, and probably will shift a bit when the qualifying session loads in about 45 seconds. But yeah, should hopefully be interesting. It is a difficult track. We'll only get 2 qualifying laps. But yeah, if we want to get out for track position, of course we have to get out straight away at start of qualifying. Don't really get to take in very busy in the fight for track position. It is a little bit warmer, so it is. Of course, cold tires. Makes the outlap a bit trickier. Gotta be careful with your braking zone. It's very easy to run in deep on the outlap. Very easy to get quite sideways, much like Jacob did there on traction zone. Evening, Kiki. You join us just for the start of qualifying. Doing all right. Ooh, Jacobs just got onto the grass. Braking for this section. Gonna need to get ourselves a little bit more space here. Try and open up final corner. This mod of Sebring, not as bumpy, I don't think, as other versions we see in sim racing. Go ahead on now for our first flying lap. Big sideways moment, trying to put the power down. I did see one. Car's still moving by, his tires aren't quite sort of bedded in yet. Good exit from the hairpin. A little bit of a front lock. Rear tire's a little overpressured. Just sunset then. Important corner, as of course it has a big impact on this lap. But we'll make sure we get a good exit again. Start our second final flying lap. 1 second off of Pavot's time at the top of the timesheets currently, a little bit wide through T1. Much cleaner exit though. Well, the rear end skidded around under braking. Now struggling with traction a little bit. Tom gets in front of us by nearly 2/10. Finding bad time, but just we need Jacob to not mess up their lap because that could hold us up. Braking a little bit earlier for the right-hander there, and just carrying a little more speed through the corner. Little lock up again. Better exit though. Make back some of the time we lost on entry. Big bounce off the curb there. Lost another little bit of time. Sunset now, final corner. A little bit quicker, we'll take a straight line to the finish. Pop ourselves back into second. But of course waiting for cars behind to finish their laps. See, Tom. Oh, Tom does get back in front of us. 10th and a half, just over. Fair play. Fair play, Tom. But yeah, still about a second off of Pavot's time. Yeah, not too bad. I think what I want to do is drop the rear tire pressures just a little bit. And need to get them put in. We'll probably do this. Let's see what times. 203s. Oh, opening up calculator has made my PC not too happy. Here we go. We've got half our race. 1, 2, 4. So we're looking at a 15 lap race. 15 times 4.55 is going to be 68.25. So we're going to need, I'm going to put 42 litres of fuel in. And then the remaining 28 that we take on in the pit stop should be good. Yeah, that should be safe. But, yeah, looks like we've got some thought of taking the soft tires just behind us. So here we are. Ooh, track temp's a little bit down. Yeah, so tire pressures should be alright. Oh, yeah, gonna be difficult launch. But yeah, quite mixed strategies again up and down the grid, which is good to see. Nice and spaced out grid, this. First gear. Here we go. A little bit of short shifting. Wasn't too bad for launch. Better than Tom's. A little bit deep into T1. Tom just about leaves us enough space. Oh, going for a bit of a cutback here as Tom's now ran in a little bit deep. Oh, now Tom's going for the cutback themselves. I tried to hold the door shut. Tom a little braver on the throttle. Gets the power put down. Try and hang around the outside. Get the power down. Too tight of a line though. Tell you what, Jacob and Zach behind us watching this side-by-side battling will be rubbing their hands. Pavot well off into lead, 4-second lead pretty much by now. Tom's out a little bit wide. Nearly get to his inside. He's going to hold the inside towards T1. We're going to be on the outside. We have the grip this time. Hold it round the outside. Now we're going to do to Tom what he did to us last lap. So this time we're going to be on the outside towards the hairpin. Oh, this is a great battle so far. I just locked up. If it wasn't for the lockup, maybe could have got that done. Got a slipstream run here. Little lick to the inside. But that would have been very brave on the brakes. Tom gets a twitch off the curb. Much better exit. Tom pushing us towards the inside wall, but still leaves enough of a gap there. We're going to keep the door shut on the inside. Through sunset, both of us getting wiggles on, trying to put the power down. Tom's had a couple of struggles to start this lap. Again, I'm deep on the brakes. Tom seems to be a lot more confident on the brakes, but is losing out on the corner exits, maybe just being a little too aggressive. Opened up a little bit of a gap, nearly a second. 8 seconds back to the soft runners. Tom just getting a wiggle there over the exit curb. Compromises his momentum down this straight. Yeah, this is where soft tire starts to drop off, starts to get more difficult. Don't think there's any way we're catching James this race. But with people on the alternate strategy, need to continue pushing on. Try and make sure that they don't catch us towards the end of the race. That wasn't a good right-hander. Got the car stopped better than I thought it would. Jacob is fighting to hold on to P4, it looks like, on the relative in standings. Zach is alright, dropped behind a number of other super soft runners. Oh, that's a bad exit. Eleven and a half minutes into the race. Just know something, fuel usage has been a bit higher than was predicting, so just go put an extra liter in. Shouldn't cost us too much time, if any, at the pit stop. They'll just keep us extra safe. Jacob's gone in and made their pit stop, but it looks like they have a little bit of traffic in front of them. Jacob is only 50 seconds behind us and we still have to make our pit stop. Still on the early side, of course, but I think Jacob is in a real good position. Rear wheels just spinning a little bit more out of the hairpin as the tires start to wear. Got a 3-second gap to Tom now. I just got the front right there. I'm braking. Pushed us quite wide. Bit deep in, quite wide through Sunset. Cost us a bit of time. Lapped car in front of us. Lap car's going to generously let us through. Wasn't the ideal place, couldn't quite take the racing line into the right-hander. But, you know, can't complain too much. We have 1 lap of fuel left, so we'll need to pit at the end of this lap. And we need pit at the end of this lap anyway, otherwise we'll miss the pit window. Interestingly, Jacob hasn't been gaining any time yet. you know, possibly still getting the super soft tires up to temperature. Been opening the gap to Tom a bit more. Seems like he's struggling on the worn tires. Gained 8/10 last lap. That's a bit wide. Can just see Pivot in the distance heading into sunset. Into the pits then for a mandatory pit stop. About 11 minutes left in the race. Pavot just leaving his pit box as we enter ours. Tom entering just behind us now. That extra litre fuel cost us like half a second. Gonna have a clear track on pit exit. Around the yellow line. And now we have a cooled soft tyre. "21-second gap to Jacob." That is going to decrease massively over the next couple of laps, as we're on these cold soft tires and Jacob's on those warm super softs. In a couple of laps, our tires will be up to temperature too. Jacob's tires will be starting to drop off a bit. Of course, with it being a long lap time, there aren't that many laps left in the race. Of course, we still have that one extra lap that gets added. I might be a lap short on fuel. Tom was actually 1 second quicker than us last lap. That's not ideal. I don't know how well he can fuel save in these cars. Jacob was only 1 second quicker last lap. With that pace, he's not going to catch us. So this could be 2 laps to go, or it could be 3 laps to go. Oh, it's looking more like 3. Oh, that front lockup isn't helpful. Yeah, it's definitely going to be 3 laps unless James slowed down, and don't think I could guarantee that. I need to save like 2.5 liters of fuel. I have no idea if it's possible to save that much fuel. James crosses the line now, and their time runs out. Still be 2 laps to go. I only have 7 something liters of fuel. I need to save a liter a lap. Starting to feel safe saved me like 0.05 liters last lap. I'm just gonna take a pit stop. Because I'm down to less than 5 liters remaining already. Down to less than 4 liters. It's going to be a fight to hold on to 4th place with Zach. because he's on that super soft tire. Though, doesn't look like he's going to have the pace. Yeah, Zach hasn't really closed in on us at all this lap. So we'll hold on to 4th place. Yeah, not a good mistake to make. Miscounting how many laps the race will be. It's a really good battle though at the start. Has a really fun battle with Tom. Yeah, let's get the calculator up. First of all, we were using more fuel per lap than I was expecting. It was 4.65, not 4.55. And then there's 16 laps, not 15. So it'll be 16 times 4.65 equals 75, 76. Need 48 liters. So, race 2 then. We'll be starting at the back with Jacob, Tom, and James behind us. No one can be quicker than Jacob and Tom. Question is, what tyre choice are we all going to go for? I know Tom is a fan of starting on the super softs. He rarely starts. I'm not sure if he has started a race on the soft tyre this season, this series yet. And also looks like Elfie joining a little bit late. Of course, they're quick. I think that because they didn't do the first race, they'll be put to the back. You know, you can't reverse someone who wasn't in the race. Alright, let's see. Of course, temperatures could fluctuate a bit more as we go into the second race. Track will be a little bit grippier. And by little, I do mean a little. Oh, a bit on the warmer side. I think as such, I'm going to bring all the pressures down one. That's... put on super soft there. Yeah, ooh, very few people going for super softs. Ooh, James is going to go super softs. Interesting. This should make for an interesting race then. Here come the lights. Really poor start there for Ben Myatt. Just getting boxed in a bit. Yeah, nowhere to go. Now looking around the outside and gonna get the move done. Unfortunately, losing out to Jacob there. James sanding it on the super soft tire. Oh, James is on the soft. Must have made a last minute switch. Oh, running in just a little too deep. And Tom's gonna follow through. Big twitch there for Alfie. Both Tom and Alfie getting big slides. Coming out for the right-hander. So we have two runners on the super softs who are running away at the front. Tom's going to leave us some space to sneak up the inside. Have a little rub on the exit. And we just have the traction to get the move done. Swing to the inside of Sean, who had a bad run through turn one. Then we've got soft tire train right in front of us, led by Zach currently, Jacob, James, Alfie following. Oh, that's Zach off onto the grass. Fortunate for him, Alfie got into the back of James. In the braking zone, I ran quite deep into the corner. Lucky finds some traction on the curb. Looks like Alfie's going to get that place. Tom running in a bit deep behind us. Oh, big slide there for Dreams, trying to put the power down. It's got Elias to sail on past. Big lock up, James running even wider. Yeah, Brake Bice is at 59. They'll surprised to have such a big lock up there. So currently sitting P5, third of those starting on the soft tire. That's messy. One try and close up to the two in front, not fall back. James going for a massive send. Oh, I locked the tire there. Now Tom's trying to get alongside him. Fortunately, that battling's dropped us back from the two in front. Look at the slipstream though. Really pulls James up to us despite the gap we had at the start of the straight. Still a couple of laps to go before we can make our pit stops. Oh, a tangle between Tom and James. People starting to rub bumpers as they do the same in front of us between Alfie and Jacob. We've got a bit of a gap now, relieved of pressure to try and now chase down Alfie and Jacob. Oh, it looks like Tom's had an issue. He's dropped back a few places. Unfortunate for him. Pit window not open just yet. Oh, into the wall for Jacob. it just still wide onto the curb there. As Alfie held up by Jacob's mistake. Picking up some understeer there through turn 5. Or turn 4. Turn 4 or 5, one of the two. Alfie in a little bit deep. That's also just being held up by Alfie, but has allowed James to catch back up. We took the fastest lap of the race last lap. Alfie running a bit deep there. Oh, that inside curb really giving us a poor run. That's unfortunate. Just, I think, whatever Alfie being in front of us getting a poor run, whatever we did, I think. As Pavos opened the door on the inside for us to come back through. Make sure we have the right thing selected. As we all come into our pit boxes. And now it's about getting these super soft tires up to temperature. James has a run with the slipstream. Oh, the curb there hurting our traction. Oh, great out lap here in the super soft tire. Yeah, they turned into the inside wall. Got to adjust to the extra grip that the super soft tire has. We're still bringing it up to temperature. Can guarantee you we're going to lose our fastest lap at the end of this lap. But it's nice to be able to say that we had the fastest lap on the soft tire. James immediately into the 2-2s. We'll say at the moment, Zach Silver keeping us quite honest behind. Yeah, not able to keep up with two in front on the super soft tire now. I mean, the gap's about nearly 5 seconds now, even if they were to start fighting. I don't think it'd be enough. Up to P4 is one of the drivers that started on super soft pits. I think it might just be a run, bit of a lonely run to the end, unfortunately. just with how the first stint of the race panned out. Leader into the pits for their mandatory pit stop and to switch on to the soft tyres. Again, we'll get past them as well. Ooh, big slide through T1. Of course, we are getting to the point where the soft tire, or super soft here, is going to start wearing out. Start to get more difficult. Fight for the lead is on. You can see it just in front going into sunset now. Six and a half seconds off the lead battle now. 8-second gap to Zach behind. Tom is closing in on Zach for P4. So it looks like there's some fun fights in front of us for the lead and behind us for P4. We're just in a little bit of no man's land. I think this race might actually be one lap shorter. I think this might only go to 15 laps. Oh, it looks like it's side by side for the lead. That car having traction issues in front of us. Yeah, I think either Alfie made a mistake or a little bit of contact between him and James. I've seen him lose quite a bit of time. So it's going to be tight for the 16th lap. It's tight. I think we're just going to miss it by a second or two. I think it'll be 2 laps to go here. Tom has gone to P4 behind us, ahead of Zach. Time runs out. Then James crosses the line to start the final lap. Looks like Zach's made a mistake. He's dropped over 8 seconds behind Tom. Doesn't look like there's many battles, or any battles I should say, for this final lap. Yeah, tires have truly dropped off in this final lap. Alfie's closed back up to James after their little altercation. Unfortunately for Alfie, time ran out. James will come across the line to take the victory. We'll take P3. I think that's about the best we could have done. Only 7 seconds behind the lead. That's not too bad. So it isn't. Fun racing. It is a difficult track, but makes it fun. Yeah, I enjoyed that. I mean, yeah, we were 3 seconds off of having another lap that race. Might got a bit more interesting. I mean, it was just under a second entering the final lap between Alfie and James. Yeah, that certainly could have been interesting. But yeah, a bit more of a consensus on strategy that race. All but 2 people starting on the soft tire and switching to the super soft for the second stint. Yeah, good fun. Once again, some grip battles at the start of each race. Really good fun. Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yeah, looking forward to next week. Once again, we are getting towards the end of the series. We are into the second half already with this week. And next week will be the penultimate round. We're heading to Long Beach, another street circuit. This time the walls a little bit closer. Should be quite interesting. These cars around Long Beach, especially on the soft tire, will be quite interesting. That hairpin at the end of the lap, yeah, that is going to be something indeed. But yeah, before then, we will be back on Thursday this week. And Noah's ended up skipping last week. It's not been reliable on Thursdays, yeah. Yeah, series just hasn't been, it's just been one of those. We're going to Imola this week in the GT3, so I did some laps yesterday, and it felt a lot better than Qatar, I'm going to be honest. Feeling quite a bit more motivated by the race. So yeah, looking forward to see how Imola goes in the GT3s. Yeah, it should be good fun. But yeah, 45-minute race, of course. Yeah, should be fun at Imola. Imola always provides good racing, and yeah, Thursday will hopefully be more of the same. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you, Geeky, for dropping in. Thank you to all those who were lurking and are watching the VOD back. Hope you all enjoyed. Have a good rest of your Tuesday evenings, at Wednesdays, Thursdays. If I don't see you on Thursday evening, have a good weekend and start your next week as well. But yeah, until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.